We're about ready to go here in Game 2 of the series of the Portland Pickles at the Port Angeles Lefties, the home opener series of the Lefties season. They took Game 1 last night 7-0 in shutout fashion. Tonight, Gabe Baranasiri on the mound looks to continue the streak of scoreless innings for the Lefties, facing a Portland Pickles lineup that last night obviously got held to 0 runs. They did manage to put up 5 hits, could not capitalize, and the Lefties with a double and a home run, 2 extra base hits on top of their 10 hits on the night, put up 7 runs, combined with the Portland Pickles' 2 errors. Jack Mueller stands waiting in the on-deck circle, leading things off tonight. Last night, he hit in the 2-hole, 1 for 3 with a walk. Baranasiri gets up there on the bump. We're about ready to go here in Port Angeles. Leadoff hitter Jack Mueller stepping in. Playing second base for the Pickles tonight. And awaiting the first pitch. Here it is. Swung on and missed.
Time of first pitch, 6:30.
And we are off to an 0-1 start here in Port Angeles. Baranasiri gets his sign, looks on, kicks and deals. Grounded foul off towards the left side. Count begins at 0-2 here tonight. The 0-2 to Mueller. Ground ball, shortstop. Vasquez, the deal over to first, and it's up high and away. Mueller beat the throw regardless, and an infield single to kick things off here tonight. The Pickles have a runner. That'll bring up the left fielder, Zach Blair. Baranasiri, the right-hander, from the stretch, fires strike 1. Gets ahead in the second count of the ballgame. Mueller on first here with nobody out. And the 0-1. Fouled back off the mask of catcher Garrett Patterson. 0-2 count now. Baranasiri been 0-2 in both of his counts so far here today. First one resulted in that ground ball over to shortstop. The 0-2 pickoff move not in time. He gets back safely.
Don just texted group chat, said that's an error.
The 0-2 called strike 3 on the outer edge. Breaking ball rings him up. The first strikeout of the ball game goes to Gabe Baranasiri. 1 gone here in the top of the first.
29, MD Connor.
Mueller at first after reaching on the error. MD Connor at the plate now. Connor last night 1 for 4 in the cleanup spot. Pickoff move. Nearly gets him, not in time. Much closer than the first attempt. Baranasiri looks, then comes set. The stretch and the 1-0. It's 1-0 now. It's a ball outside.
Take that off the board. Take that hit off the board and make it.
1 ball, no strikes. Check swing. Says he does not go around. Leaves it low. 2-0 now. 2 balls, no strikes to MD Connor. Here it is. Called strike at the top of the zone. Fastball makes it 2-1. Mueller still leading off at first. Baranasiri, a long look. Now to the plate. The stretch and the 2-1. And the back pick attempt to first is not in time. Was a very close play. Donald Bray, the head coach, now walking out of the dugout to talk to him. Maybe offer a different verdict. It's a 3-1 count now to the third hitter, MD Connor. Bray offering a challenge. And the first base and home plate umpires are now meeting down the first baseline to discuss what they each saw, seeing if they can get it overruled. The call stands. He is still safe after the challenge. The count remains 3-1 with 1 out, and Mueller leading off at first. Connor awaits the 3-1. Here's Baranasiri. Outside, ball 4. And the Pickles have got a little bit of action here in the first inning. Runners on first and second here with 1 out, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Tanner Johns.
The first baseman, number 7, Tanner Johns.
Last night was in the 3-hole. They swapped Connor and Johns today in the 3-4 order. It's 1 for 3 last night for Tanner Johns with a walk and 2 strikeouts. That's in there on the outer edge. A fastball gets things started here the way he'd like for Baranasiri. It's 0-1. I'm sure he would love a ground ball here. Lefties turn the double play and get their bats going in the bottom half of the first. Let's see Baranasiri. 0-1. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Early traffic here for the Portland Pickles. After the Lefties took game 1, this is much more along the lines of what they would have liked to see last night. That's fouled back off the backstop. It's 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here. The hitter, Tanner Johns, looking for his second hit of the series. And to get the Pickles off to a bang. Baranasiri wants a ground ball. Here's the 1-2. It's down low. Makes it 2-2. Johns played right field last night. He's same side of the field, but this time in the infield as that's lined right back out the middle. Vasquez makes the catch on the fly and tags the runner that was leading off of second. They called him out. Could be a double play. But they're saying it hit the ground first, so the runner at second is out. The ball is still live. And they are saying since the batter left the batter's box, maybe the ball is still live. It could still be thrown to first base.
Still live. I can't play music, right?
So the field umpire is saying that it touched the ground before Vasquez's glove, and that would mean that it's still a live ball, which would make a throw to first still eligible. And they're calling him safe at second base. So they are saying he did catch it on the fly, and the runner retreated to second base in time.
Number 23, Mac Evans.
That'll bring up the center fielder, Mac Evans. with 2 outs in the inning. An interesting verdict there. They originally said that Vasquez, the shortstop, did not catch it on the fly as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. And it hit the ground was the original verdict of the field umpire, but then the Pickles head coach came over and gave his verdict, and the call was changed to a line out and the runner retreating back to the base in time, being safe on what was a double play attempt by Vasquez. So an out was still recorded on the play, but not the one that was originally called. Check swing does not go around on the breaking ball outside. It's 2-1. 2 outs here, and one more will do for Baranasiri. That's all he's looking for. Ground ball, fly ball, pop up. And that's in the dirt. Makes it 3-1. Three-one on the way. That's inside for ball 4. Walks him and loads the bases here with 2 outs. Things just got interesting in the first inning. We'll go ahead and take a look at the Port Angeles Lefties defensive layout for tonight. Got Garrett Patterson behind the plate. Ethan Wood over at first base. Wyatt Moeller at second. Angel Vasquez at short. Matt Inako just in from Fordham University at third base. Baranasiri on the mound. Melton in left field, Wes Lynch in center, and Jordan Daniels in right field, where he was last night. A couple changes, but mostly identical to last night's lineup for the Lefties. As the quick visit from Patterson to Baranasiri expires, and he makes his way back over to the plate. Bases loaded, 2 outs here for Baranasiri. And he needs to bear down if he wants to keep this Portland Pickles scoreless streak alive. First pitch on the way. Up and in. Got him right on the front bicep. Hits him. Keeps the bases loaded. And that will bring in the first run of the ball game for the Portland Pickles. It is 1-0 here in the top of the first. A hit by pitch brings in the run. And that'll bring up the right fielder, number 11, Kyle Mamarian. Baranasiri now trying to stop the bleeding. Here's the first pitch on the way. Called, strike 1, breaking ball. Finds its way in, it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here to Mamarian with the bases loaded. It's lined, shallow right field, trailing, and the catch is made over there by Ethan Wood. Quickly finding a way to retreat behind him and make the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. So that will do it for the top of the first. The Portland Pickles threaten, but only managed to get 1 with the bases loaded. The Lefties bat in the bottom of the first inning and try to get their run right back after this. Angel Vasquez steps in here in the bottom of the first inning for the Port Angeles Lefties, getting ready to kick things off offensively for them tonight. They face the starting pitcher, Matthew Palmatier of the Portland Pickles. He is a right-hander. In his senior year at Pacific University. As the first pitch into Vasquez is a strike. In his senior year, he posted 17 1/3 innings pitched at Pacific, as that's fouled back for strike 2. Quickly ahead 0-2 on Vasquez now. Palmatier gave up 14 hits, 14 earned runs, but only a .230 batting average against in 91 batters faced, and a 7.27 ERA. Lefties looking to quickly get back their run that they gave up in the top of the first inning. Here's the 0-2 from Palmatier to Vasquez. Up and in, got him on the elbow. And quickly, an 0-2 count turns into a base runner with a hit by pitch. Vasquez walking it off on his way to first base.
State University, number 4. Right.
Taking his time. That looked painful.
Melton.
Head coach Donald Bray having a conversation with the home plate umpire about Angel Vasquez. That trainer out there talking to him now, with Jordan Daniels standing in, having a conversation with them. A home plate umpire now calling the base umpire over. It might be that the home plate umpire called it a foul ball off the knob of the bat. And Vasquez standing halfway down the first baseline. They're looking at his hand. And a conversation still pending. Early here in this one, we're already having some rules debates. Back in the top of the first with the attempted double play, and now here with the hit by pitch. Vasquez shaking off his hand. The next hitter would be Ryan Melton, as Vasquez does make his way over to first base. They call it a hit by pitch. So the left fielder now, Ryan Melton. But the Pickles head coach actually has something to say down the third baseline. Some antics to begin the second game of this series here. As Vasquez stands on first base with Melton just outside the left-handed batter's box and Ethan Wood on deck. They certainly look to recreate their 7-run performance from last night. They did not score in the first inning, however. They picked up 2. They picked up 4 in the second. So it is going to be Melton as the Portland Pickles head coach goes back to the dugout, and with a runner on and nobody out here, the first pitch to Ryan Melton from Matthew Palmatier is on the way and looked at for a strike. Fastball on the outer edge. Vasquez leading off at first after being hit by the pitch. And the 0-1 is looked at just off the edge. It's a ball, evens out the count, 1-1. The 6'3" right-hander delivers. It's a curveball smacked to just in the outfield grass for the shortstop to make the play. Luke Kovac making the play for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Ethan Wood, the kid from Regis University who had a killer year, hitting over 400 with 15 home runs. A tall man in the batter's box over there. Ethan Wood standing at 6'2", 230 from Regis University, a left-handed first baseman. Made the play to get the lefties out of the top half of the first inning as the runner Vasquez is just safe after the throw bounces out of the shortstop. Luke Kovac's glove. One ball. And no strikes to Ethan Wood. Pitch on the way is swung on and missed. It's 1-1 now with one out. And Vasquez standing up on second has managed to work his way into scoring position here for the lefties. Would be the equalizer here in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-1 called a strike in there. Makes it 1-2 now as he gets ahead. Palmentier looking for a quick work inning, aside from the delay on the hit-by-pitch call. As here's the 1-2 pitch to the left-hander. Ethan Wood, the stretch, the pitch, and a swing. And a foul ball just in front of the plate keeps Ethan Wood alive. It's 1-2. He awaits another 1-2 as he steps back in the box, takes a look at his bat, and takes a breath. He's now awaiting the 1-2 from Palmentier as he takes a look back at Vasquez and will do it again. That's fouled back off the backstop. 2 straight foul balls here. And Palmentier working in a 2-strike count again. 1-2 with 1 out. This will be the 3rd time in a row that pitch will be thrown in that count. They say the 3rd time's the charm. Ethan Wood, the 1-2 again. That's outside, evens out the count. 2-2 now. Runner in scoring position, Angel Vasquez. Shadow starting to cast over the infield from the Civic Field bleachers here on a beautiful, what has turned out to be beautiful, earlier was a rainy Wednesday evening. As the 2-2 is skied left field and out of play. 3 foul balls here for Ethan Wood in a 2-strike count. Being a tough out and staying alive here with 1 gone in the inning. We'll do a 2-2 once more. Here it is from the right-hander. Swung on and missed. Down goes Wood. A quick strikeout. Or not a quick strikeout, actually a long strikeout. A battle of an at-bat. Brings up Jordan Daniels. A quick look at the Portland Pickles defensive lineup tonight. It is Chase Logan behind the plate, Palmentier on the mound, Tanner Johns at first, Jack Mueller at second, Kovac at short, Grafton Stroop at third base, Zach Blair in left field, Mac Evans in center, and Kyle Mamarian, one of the new names tonight in right field. 2 outs, ground ball over to first, collects quickly, takes to the bag. Tanner Johns, who was in right field last night, ends the inning. Portland Pickles get 1 in the top half. The Lefties cannot strike back in the bottom half of the first inning. We go to the second here, just past 7 o'clock here in Port Angeles.
Amazing time to make a stop at any of our.
Grafton Stroop up now. Base is empty here in the top of the second inning. For the Portland Pickles, as the first pitch is in there from Baranasiri for a strike. That's just off the plate. 1-1 now. Kovac on deck. That's in there for a strike. Makes it 1-2 now. That misses as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and even count here to the left-hander, Grafton Stroop, playing third base for the Portland Pickles tonight. And here's the 2-2 from Baranasiri. It's fouled away. That's up and away. It's 3-2 now. Full count to the 8-hitter. As Baranasiri looks to get off to a good start to the inning, but that is outside, ball 4. Quickly his third walk of the game. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Luke Kovac. He lays down a bunt towards the left side, quickly fielded and thrown over to first, preventing the runner from moving further, but a sacrifice bunt. Madden Akko making the throw over to first. Akko from Fordham. And that'll bring up the top of the order once more. Jack Mueller. This time, Baranasiri looking to get off to a better start to the top of the order. Give up that error that he reached on over to shortstop the first time. That's popped up and into the screen, but a dead ball caught behind the plate by Garrett Patterson. He tried to show it to the umpire as if that would have been an out, but If it hits a net in play, obviously it's a dead ball. It's 0-2 now to the leadoff hitter, Jack Mueller. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner in scoring position here for the Pickles, as that is just off the plate inside. Barely missed. And so it's 1-2 now. Pitch on the way. Check swing. Did he go around? Appeal to the base umpire, who took a second to respond, but says no, he did not go. It's 2-2 with 1 gone. Mueller pops that one foul and out of play. Here with 2 balls and 2 strikes, he really is looking to get something to drive. Obviously, Baranasiri not wanting to fall into a full count. The 2-2 pitch will likely be in the strike zone. Here it is. Grounded up into center field for a base hit. That will get the wave from the third base coach, and the run will score from second base. An RBI single there for Jack Mueller to kick things off with nobody out, or excuse me, with 1 out after the sac bunt. So the bunt does prove successful. There's 1 gone here in the inning, and the Pickles have cashed in their second run of the ball game. A little bit of small ball here from Portland quickly has them ahead 2-0. Fly ball, center field. Mueller leading off of first as it's trotted in and caught by Wes Lynch out there in center field. So there's 2 gone in the inning.
Designated hitter number 29, MD Connor.
And it's the designated hitter, MD Connor. First pitch on the way is an off speed, down low and away. 1-0. Pickles trying to add on to an early 2-0 lead. They've got 1 hit and 2 runs early in this one. Baranasiri fires that one just off the corner and off speed. Tailed away from the strike zone. It's 2-0. Check swing. Did he go? Called a strike regardless of whether he went or not. No appeal necessary. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out here. Baranasiri looking for maybe something on the ground. Get the quick force out at second, as that is called a strike on the outside edge. 2-2 now with 2 out. And Mueller leading off at first base. 2-2, 2 out. Baranasiri up and in. Does it get a piece of him? I'm not sure. It went to the backstop, and so Mueller was able to advance to second on that. Makes it 3-2, 2 outs. He'll be off with the pitch. As he stays put, and that's called ball 4.
First baseman, number 7, Tanner Thomas.
Usually hit and runs are put in play with 2 outs when it's a force. So here with runners on first and second, there would be runners moving on the pitch. But if it was ball 4, the runner would be able to be thrown out at third base had he ran on a 3-2 count right there. That's down low in the dirt, taken for a ball, 1-0. Blocked behind the plate by Garrett Patterson, so the runners stay put. It's Mueller on first. and MD Connor on first base. It's Mueller on second and Connor on first as the left-hander watches that one outside. And it's 2-0. Baranasiri falling behind in counts early today. Needs to work his way back into this one as that's skied high to left field, but far out of play. It's 2-1. One more time, Mueller on second base, MD Connor on first. Tanner Johns at the plate and Mac Evans on deck. Looking to show some of that first baseman power after being moved from right field last night. It's 3-1 after that one's outside. And the 3-1 is waved at and missed. A fastball gets by the hands of Tanner Johns quickly. And now it's 3-2. And the runners should be off here with the pitch. It being a force out anywhere. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners off with the pitch. It is low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded once again for the Portland Pickles as they continue to threaten early in this ball game.
Left center fielder number 23, Mac Evans.
That'll bring in Mac Evans. So far today, Evans walked his first time up. One of a couple walks in the first inning for Baranasiri. And last night, Evans went 1 for 3. That time takes inside for a ball. Close, but didn't quite get the call. Portland really trying to capitalize here as we further get through this game. Here it is. Fouled away. Right on right matchup. Typically favors the ground ball, which Baranasiri would love here. Pickles still have 2 runs on only 1 hit. That is in there, called strike 2, and Baranasiri looking for a tough as nails strikeout right here to escape the bases loaded jam. 1-2, 2 out to Mac Evans. Kicks, fires, ground ball. Fouled away. And the count stays 1-2. One, two on the way once more. This is down low, not called. 2-2 now, an even count. Evans has them loaded. Would love to capitalize here for Portland. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Swung on and popped up right side. Daniels giving it a look in right field as it goes into the stands out there out of play. Managing to foul off some 2-strike pitches, staying alive here in the top of the second. Lefties would love to get out of this by only allowing 1 run again. That's a check swing. He does not go. It goes to the backstop. Patterson collects quickly, and now it's 3-2, 2 out. The money pitch. Unless a foul ball happens here, it's guaranteed action. Here it is. Runners going, swing and a miss. Strike 3. He sits him down, and the lefties escape with only 1 run allowed with the bases loaded for the second time tonight in 2 innings. We go to the bottom of the second where the lefties have a 2-run deficit to start chipping away at here. We'll be back after the break. We're back to it here in Port Angeles, bottom of the second inning, and it is number 39, Caden Young, leading things off for the Lefties. He's just in today from Fordham University, which marks now the second year in a row, at least, the Port Angeles Lefties have had Fordham University guys. Last year it was Tommy Markey and Taylor Kirk. This year we have a few guys. Caden Young and Madden Akko today in the starting lineup are both from Fordham University, and there are two more on the roster that are not in the lineup today, as that's a broken bat and a tough play at first. He won't throw it. He boots it in the infield. He cannot make the play.
The third baseman from Fordham University, number 37, Madden Akko.
So it's the other Fordham guy, Madden Akko, here after the infield single. First pitch to him called a strike. His Fordham teammate, Caden Young, leading off at first after the base hit. Here's the 0-1 to Madenoch. It's in there. And now it's 0-2. Right on the black of the zone right there. Called. Makes it an 0-2 count. Lefties have a 2-run deficit to start clawing back from. Nobody out in the inning. Would be a great opportunity here with a runner on as he spits on that one low. And Caden Young advances to second base on the ball in the dirt. 1-2 with a runner in scoring position now for the Fordham University third baseman, Madden Akko. One ball, two strikes here. Pitch on the way outside, snagged by the catcher behind the plate, Chase Logan. It's a 2-2 count, so that pitch stays in front of the backstop, meaning Young can't advance. 2-2 in the bottom of the second here. A runner on second in a 2-0 ball game here to Madden Akko. Paul Mateer sets. Kicks and deals from the stretch. It's up and away. 3-2 now. Full count here with a runner in scoring position to kick things off in the bottom of the second inning. Lefties would love to get one run back here. Akko awaits. And here's the payoff pitch from the right-hander Paul Mateer. The kick, the stretch, the fire, and it's a pop-up high to the first base side. The catch is made over there by Tanner Johns.
The catcher from
And that's the first out of the inning. The runner stays put at second base, being Caden Young. And that'll bring up the Lefties catcher, Garrett Patterson, a returner who worked as a two-way player last year, both pitching and catching for this team. He did both at Citrus University this year. Or Citrus College, I should say, as that's just on the outer edge for a strike, 0-1. One out. Lefties have a runner in scoring position here. Caden Young taking a relatively sizable lead over there at second. Takes a look, but doesn't go over. Paul Mateer fouls that one. Deals a foul ball. Makes it 0-2. Patterson from Citrus College. Last night, Garrett Patterson went 1 for 4, picked up a hit. And now awaits the 0-2 for Matthew Palmatier. Here it is. The tall right-hander deals one that's fouled away. As he takes a breath and steps back in the box here. And awaits the 0-2. Once more. Palmatier comes set. Takes a look to second. Comes to the plate. Here it is. Popped up right side. Trailing over to it and fighting the sun is first baseman Tanner Johns, who was moved again from right field last night. So that'll help his ability to get to the ball in the sun. Being able to play both positions. That'll bring up the St. Mary's College commit, Wyatt Moeller, straight out of high school to the Port Angeles Lefties. As that is down low, not called on Wyatt Moeller to kick this at bat off. One and 0, 2 outs. In a 2-0 ball game, Lefties looking to get one back here. He stands on second base. Caden Young. The move back to second, just to keep him honest out there, is not in time. It's 1-0 here with 2 outs still to Wyatt Moeller. Young once again working off of second base. A little bit of a large lead as that is fouled back into the glove of the catcher, 1-1. Palmatier, 6'3" righty, leaves one up high, 2-1 now with 2 gone. On deck for the Lefties is the 9-hitter Wes Lynch, and then it's the top of the order with Angel Vasquez and Ryan Melton after that. As that curveball tails right over the plate. 2-2 now. Two and two with 2 out here in a 2-0 ball game, and a runner on second. Time called by the home plate umpire. Straight out of high school, Wyatt Moeller awaiting the 2-2 here. Runner in scoring position, Caden Young. Pitch on the way. Waved at and fouled back. Keeps the count 2-2 here. And this situation is just an announcer's dream. 2-0 ball game. Runner on second in the bottom of the second with 2 outs in a 2-2 count. The most common number in the sport of baseball. Here it is to Wyatt Moeller. Up and in. Rides up high and gets him on the front bicep. Resets the count, obviously. Brings up a new hitter as he trots over to first base. That is the number 9 hitter for the Lefties, the center fielder, Wes Lynch. Opportunity here for Lynch. Runners on first and second with 2 outs in a 2-0 ball game. Both teams with 1 hit apiece. As that is called a strike on the outer edge. Just catches the blackout there on the outside edge of the strike zone for strike 1. It's 0-1 now with 2 outs. Got 3 hit by pitches already today in this ball game. And we are only in the bottom of the 2nd inning. That's up high for a ball. Evens out the count at 1-1. Lynch looking to capitalize here for the Lefties and bring up the top of the order with Angel Vasquez on deck. Takes a breath, gets back in the box. Palmatier working with 2 runners on as that's called. An excellent curveball gets right over the zone. It's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs now. Runners leading off of first and second. Caden Young and Wes Lynch at the plate. Wave and a miss at the curveball for strike 3. The Portland Pickles escape the jam. We go now to the top of the 3rd inning after that pitching performance by Matthew Palmatier. And the Pickles trying to add on to their early 2-0 lead. It's Chase Logan to kick things off here in the top of the 3rd inning for the Portland Pickles. They have a 2-0 lead. They're looking to expand, and the new Lefties arm, Dawson Sweeney, trying to prevent that. The first pitch from a very over-the-top arm angle. It's the first thing I notice is up high for ball 1. He comes straight over the top, right next to eye level, almost like a Trey Savage type of arm angle. Also looks similar to MLB legend Sandy Koufax. One and one here from the hard throwing over the top Dawson Sweeney as that curveball moves quite a lot, but breaks just off the inside edge for a ball. It's 2-1. That's fouled back into the cage. 2-2 now. Sweeney looking to have a quick 1-2-3 inning here and get the lefties another chance to get the bats moving. They've had traffic both innings so far, but they haven't been able to cash in yet. They'd like the deficit to stop growing as that curveball is left up high, 3-2. Paranasiri finishes with 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, as that is lined into right field, and Jordan Daniels easily makes the catch out there for the first out of the inning.
No right fielder,
Trots over and makes the grab. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Kyle Mamarian. That's just off the plate for a ball. 1 quick out, a fly ball into right field to kick off this inning. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 gone here. Mamarian at the plate, waiting. And Sweeney's fastball is up high. It's 2-0. He's fallen behind early in both of these counts so far. He got the out the first time. We'll see what he can do now. Pickles have scored today by being patient and playing small ball as that's taken in there for a strike. The over-the-top delivery on a righty-righty matchup. Definitely challenging. I would certainly hate having to face this guy. That's popped up into shallow right center field. It might not even get off the infield grass. It does barely. Vasquez calls off Moeller there at second base and makes the grab in the shallow right center field grass. And that'll bring up Grafton Stroop, the third baseman for the Pickles. 2 quick outs, both put in play to the right side of the field. This is a left-hander. We'll see what he does. The first pitch from Sweeney to Stroop. Curveball. Breaks a ton, but is left below the zone. Sweeney maybe underestimates his own curveball. He's left it inside and below the zone, which is the way that a curveball moves. That is in there for a strike, 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 now. Dawson Sweeney looking for a quick, efficient inning here in the top of the third. Grafton Stroop trying to interrupt his rhythm. 1-2, 2 out. The pitch on the way. Swung on, hit into shallow left center, dropping out there in front of Ryan Melton, and that will cash in for the Lefties, or for the Pickles' second hit of the ball game.
Shortstop, number 1, Luke Kovac.
So now it's the shortstop, Luke Kovac. As that is left below the zone, it's 1-0. Kovac trying to capitalize off of Stroop's 2-out single. That is a fastball right there, 1-1. It's very difficult to tell where the ball ends up because of this arm angle. It's just straight down. There's no lateral movement on his fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch on the way. And the fastball once again catches the inside part of the zone. It's now 1-2 with 2 out. Sweeney looking for the third out here. Get the lefties' bats back up there in the bottom half of the third to maybe claw back a little bit. 2 runs, not that large of a deficit as that is swung on and missed. Down goes Kovac, the second strikeout of the ball game for the Port Angeles Lefties pitching. And that will send us to the bottom of the third, where we will now see the Lefties offense, the top of the order, for Vasquez, Melton, and Wood. when we come back.
Make your way over to our team store right behind the Lefties dugout to get your own printed Lefties merch, including hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and much more. A friendly reminder to everybody in the ballpark to please take the path behind the stands when walking.
It's Vasquez in the top of the Lefties order, getting things started here in the bottom of the third inning. It is Angel Vasquez, Ryan Melton, and Ethan Wood, along with Jordan Daniels in the 4-hole, the cleanup hitter for the Port Angeles Lefties. They sit with a 2-0 deficit here to the Portland Pickles in Game 2 of this series. And Vasquez looks to get things started off of Palmateer, the first pitch from Palmateer in there for a strike. The Lefties took their starter out after 2. Palmateer still rides here in the third inning. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Shot to center field. Trailing back on it, but making the ground out there is Mac Evans. A fly ball out for the first one of the inning.
Fielder from Chico State University, number 4, Ryan Melton.
Melton here, the left-hander, so far tonight in his first plate appearance, is 0 for 1. Last night, Ryan Melton also hit in the 2-hole, picked up a knock and 2 RBI. Also walked, awaiting the 1-0 from Palmateer. That is down low. It's 2-0 now. Two balls, no strikes to Melton. The 6'3" right-hander kicks and fires. That is a curveball that does not catch the zone. It is 3-0 now to the Lefties left fielder, Ryan Melton. Adjusts his helmet, takes a breath and a half-check swing. Steps in the box here, 3-0. Looking to get things started on the base paths here for the Lefties in the third. That is inside ball 4. He does just that. Draws a walk here. And as Melton trots over to first base, Ethan Wood, the Regis left-hander as a first baseman, steps into the batter's box.
A first baseman, from Wright State University, number 24, Ethan Wood.
Ethan Wood steps up. And the first pitch to him is not quite there. It's 1-0. A 4-pitch walk with 1 out. Sets up Ethan Wood as the tying run here. He had 15 runs this spring, or 15 home runs this spring at Regis University, as that is fouled right back up at the press box stopped by the backstop. Lefty-righty matchup, favorable for Ethan Wood here at the plate. 6'2", 230 pounds. He can drive the baseball. Pickoff attempt. He's back in there standing over at first base. Melton not going anywhere after the 4-pitch walk. Paul Matier would sure love a ground ball here. Get him out of the inning and still a scoreless ball game. There goes Melton. The throw down is in time. Gets him. Caught stealing over at second base. And now the base paths are empty. In a 2-1 count here for Ethan Wood. Traffic in all 3 innings so far for the Port Angeles Lefties, but this time it is erased with 2 outs. One and 2 to Ethan Wood. Kicks, fires down at the bottom of the zone, and that will ring him up looking. So down goes Ethan Wood. 3 scoreless innings from Matthew Palmatier. We go to the 4th, and the Pickles lead 2-0. It is now Jack Mueller in the top of the Pickles order, leading things off in the top of the 4th inning. Pickles lead 2-0. They out-hit the Lefties 2-1. And the first pitch from Dawson Sweeney is just above the zone for a ball. 1-0. That's in there, catches the zone. Evens out the count, 1-1. He says he goes around on the check swing, makes it 1-2 now. And Sweeney deals. It's up high and away. Fastball misses the zone, 2-2. The 2-2 waved at and missed. The off-speed sits down Jack Mueller, and the second strikeout of the ball game for Dawson Sweeney.
The left fielder, number 9.
That'll bring in Zach Blair. His third at bat of the day. He's 0 for 2 so far. And that is in there for a strike. That's there as well. It's 0-2. The over-the-top right-hander kicks and deals, but it's up and away, 1-2. Blair searching for his first hit of the night, and what would be the Pickles' third. Only 3 combined hits with 2 runs here in the top of the 4th inning. Very pitching duel-esque game. It's up high, 2-2. A shaky start from the lefty side, but a good 3rd inning for Sweeney. He works his way into the 4th here as that's waved at and missed, and his 3rd strikeout of the ball game, the 2nd of the inning. He sits down Zach Blair, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, M.D. Connor.
The designated hitter, number 29, M.D. Connor.
That does not find the zone. The first pitch, it's 1-0. That doesn't find the zone either. It's 2-0 now. Can't find it there either. It's 3-0. 2 strikeouts so far this inning for Dawson Sweeney. (3-0) with 2 outs to Connor. That's in there, finds the zone, makes it 3-1 as he works his way back into the count. And here's the 3-1. He's working very quickly. That one can't find the zone. A bat flip on the walk there from M.D. Connor.
The first baseman, number 7, Tanner Johns.
As he trots his way over to first base, in steps Tanner Johns, another left-hander. Johns tonight is 0 for 1. He drew a walk. First pitch is in there for a strike. Wave and a miss at that one. Off speed catches him, snoozing. It's 0-2 now. Sweeney ahead on Johns, 0-2 here. Looking for the strikeout to get out of the 4th inning clean as well. Fouled back. The runner was off on the pitch. But it's a dead ball. He has to retreat back to first base. Oh and 2 once more to Tanner Johns. Runner leading off of first base. Pickles would like to score him, but instead it's a ground ball right over to Moeller. Collects, fires to first base in time, and 2 scoreless innings from Dawson Sweeney. We go now to the bottom of the 4th inning where the Lefties try to get a run on the board and start clawing back here against the Portland Pickles in the bottom of the 4th inning. The shadows extending all the way out there in the infield. For the Port Angeles Lefties. As Jordan Daniels steps in to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning, the bleacher shadow now reaches all the way out to the left center field fence, while the left side of the infield is still in the sun out here as it's 0-1. Foul ball. Oh and 1 here to Daniels after the foul ball into the backstop. It's still Palmatier out there on the mound. He's working strong into the fourth inning, as that is called a strike as well. Daniels now behind 0-2 in the count. And he awaits here from Palmatier. Pitch on the way. Lined right field, trailing shallow enough for the first baseman, Tanner Johns, to grab it. Excuse me.
The designated hitter.
And that'll be one out in the inning. That'll bring up now the fifth hitter in the Port Angeles lineup, Caden Young from Fordham University. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Lefties been pretty quiet offensively tonight. That one looked to be a little low, but called a strike. Just caught the black of the zone right there. It's 0-1. Young awaits the 0-1. That time called a strike as well. Curveball gets right across the zone. It's 0-2. Young tonight, 1 for 1. This is his second plate appearance. The 0-2 on the way, swung on, fouled back, and he stays alive here with two strikes on him and one out in the inning. The 0-2 to Young, swung on and missed. He cut hard at that one, couldn't quite connect. Steps out of the box while swinging.
The third baseman from Fordham University.
And Palmatier is working here through 3 2/3.
Akko.
Now in steps Madanako. Akko 0 for 1 tonight as he watches that in there for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Madanako. Watches that one just above the zone for a ball. Maybe a little bit of a generous call there for Akko. Just near the black. Must have been a little bit up. 1-1 with 2 outs here to Madanako. Looking to get things started. That is in there for a strike. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Palmatier looking for 4 shutout innings. Here's the 1-2. It is just inside. Called a ball, 2-2 now. Pickles lead 2-0. Lefties been trying to work back from behind since their first time at bat. In the bottom of the first inning, they were already trailing 1-0, then 2-0, and they have not scored since. 2-2, 2 outs, fouled back, and Akko stays alive here, the kid from Fordham. A lengthy at bat here from Akko. It's what you want when someone like Palmatier comes in and has the kind of day that he is having so far. One pitch away from 4 shutout innings. The 2-2 down low. It's 3-2 now. Full count here with 2 outs. It is the ultimate payoff pitch here to Akko in the 4th inning. Lefties trying to get on the board here. Pitch on the way. Swung on, hit high, but foul to the left side. And we'll do it again. 3-2 still. Got out of play in a hurry. A good sound off the bat, but did not stay in play. It is 3-2 with 2 outs. For the second time here from Palmatier. On the way. Outside, ball 4. The Lefties have traffic for the 4th inning in a row to begin this game. That is not something to glance at. It's a great job by the Lefties so far tonight to get runners on the base paths, even though they haven't been able to cash them in yet. It's something you'd like to see if you're a fan of Port Angeles. If you're a fan of Portland, something to look at tonight is Matthew Palmatier's great job on the bump so far. 3 2/3 innings, struck out a few. As the runner is on the move, that is skied into shallow right field and dropping out there for another base hit. Akko being off with the pitch meant Garrett Patterson's single got him over to third here, so the Lefties have one 90 feet away and are threatening here with 2 out.
The second baseman from
Wyatt Moeller, committed to St. Mary's University, straight out of high school is where he's at right now, but he will be playing for St. Mary's in the spring. You love to see that. In Port Angeles, a Division I commit. Straight out of high school. They had one last year. Danny Porras went to go play at the University of Washington and had a year. Hit a few home runs, was a staple in that lineup that played in the Big Ten tournament. First pitch outside, a ball, 1-0. Pitch on the way. Just outside. It's 2-0 now. He doesn't go on the check swing. It's a mound visit here as he falls behind 2-0 and he wants to go check on his guy out there, make sure he can get out of this. It is Moeller here with a 2-0 count and Lynch on deck. Then the top of the order with Vasquez, Melton, and Wood once more. The Lefties now have 2 hits on the night after Patterson's bloop single in a right field from, well, Patterson is from Citrus College. Along with Jordan Daniels and tonight's starting pitcher, Gabe Berenasiri. Moeller in a 2-0 count here with 2 outs. And that is grounded back up the middle. Play made by the shortstop as he will just tag the bag. It is Luke Kovac stepping on the bag, getting the 3rd out of the inning, and escaping the runners on the corners jam in the bottom of the 4th inning. We are halfway through this game. We go to the top of the 5th. Well, nearly halfway. Just one half inning away from being halfway through this bout. It is 2-0 in what has been a relatively entertaining game from the pitching side of things here in Port Angeles. It is the Pickles center fielder, Mac Evans, coming up to the plate now as we kick off things in the top of the 5th inning here at Civic Field. A quick one tonight. Aside from a couple rules debates in the first couple innings, we've had a very quick game as opposed to last night where the Lefties scored 7 runs. As that one in the dirt gets away from Patterson, it's 1-1. One ball, one strike. Pitch on the way. It is down low. 2-1. Just off the plate there. This is now 2-1 from Sweeney as that is fouled back. Still difficult to see coming right over the top like that for Dawson Sweeney. It is a delivery that turns some heads as that is just off the plate and off speed, barely misses the outside corner, maybe a little bit low as well. It is 3-2 now with nobody out to Mac Evans. And here's the payoff pitch. It is skied right center field. Daniels fighting for the ball and calls it off. Jordan Daniels makes the catch out there in right field. Normally, Wes Lynch, the center fielder, has priority in those types of situations, but Daniels must have had a better read on it. Came in, called him off, made the catch. And here with one out, that'll bring up Chase Logan. Pitch on the way. Called a ball outside. Sweeney fires that one low. Makes it 2-0 now. That one awfully close to the strike zone. Doesn't get the call. And the count is 2-0. Pitch on the way to Chase Logan. Up high. The count moves to 3-0 now. That is in there for a strike. It's 3-1. Sun setting here in Port Angeles. All of the infield now in the shadow along with the outfield. It is dipped below the level of the bleachers as a foul ball makes it 3-2. And it does get beautiful out here at Civic Field with the Olympic Mountains right there in the background. And the Strait of Juan de Fuca nearly directly behind home plate. If you just look a ways, that is shot on a line to right field, but does go foul. It's 3-2. Base is empty here, 1 out. 3-2 from Sweeney. That is looked to hit him, but Lefties head coach Donald Bray has something to say. He's coming over to home plate. He looks to not be in agreement with the call. And now it is Kyle Mamarian with a runner on first base and 1 out. Donald Bray definitely making his thoughts heard at the plate before trotting his way back out to the dugout.
I promise you, I'm trying to say it right.
First pitch misses. And 5 balls in a row now for the Lefties relief pitcher Dawson Sweeney. He's coming over the top. It's 1-0. Grounded, foul left side. 1 ball, 1 strike now. The runner on first base, Chase Logan, after being hit by the pitch in what would have been ball 4. It's 2-1 after the ball. The Lefties looking to shut it down and get a chance to get the bats moving again in the bottom half of the 5th inning. When we reach that point, we will be halfway through tonight's contest. And that is just inside. Barely missed. 3-1. Frustration from the Port Angeles side of things. And that is ball 4 up high. Count resets, and after back-to-back walks / hit by pitches, and that will bring up Grafton Stroop. Discussion being had up there with Dawson Sweeney. Just probably telling him to settle in. It's a long road tonight. It's only a 2-run game. Very much still a contest here. Each team with 2 hits. Back-to-back walks. A fresh count here with 1 out. Stroop with a base hit last time that scored a run. This time he'd love to do the same. Scored a runner from second last time. This time the runner on second is Chase Logan. The runner on first, Kyle Mamarian. 1 out, pitch on the way. Cannot find it. Down low. And the count opens up 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. It is just below the zone. Strike zone has seemed to, on both sides, get a little bit tighter as the night goes on. Strike calls becoming more and more frequent, or less frequent, as it's 2-1 now. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch on the way. It is just above the zone. 3-1 now, and in danger of walking. The bases loaded. The 3-1 is waved at and missed by Stroop. It is 3-2 now with 1 out. The payoff pitch with Chase Logan on second base, Kyle Mamarian on first. Base hit could score Logan here. And here's the pitch. Wave and a miss. Dawson Sweeney's 4th strikeout tonight. He's come in and been very effective here for the Port Angeles Lefties, and now there's 2 outs in the inning with 2 runners on. Chance for the Pickles to capitalize. It is Luke Kovac. First pitch in there, called a strike. And he is right back to work after the strikeout. A boost of confidence is maybe all he needed. It is 0-1. And that is down low a ball. Evens out the count. Here's the pitch on the way. Fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Sweeney is 1 pitch away from escaping this jam here in the top of the 5th inning and pitching 3 scoreless. Tonight started off shaky for the Lefties pitching side of things. It has very quickly stabilized, and Dawson Sweeney has been effective. Struck out 4 already. The 1-2, wave and a miss. Make it 5. 5 strikeouts tonight for Dawson Sweeney. He sets down Luke Kovac. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, where the Lefties now look to get a run and get back in this thing. We are halfway through this contest tonight at Civic Field. So it's Wes Lynch in the bottom of the Lefties order to kick things off in the bottom of the 5th inning. As there goes my pencil from my desk. Facing a new arm off the mound for the Portland Pickles, Ashton Boltron. Sporting number 35, a right-hander, as his first pitch to Lynch is in there for a strike. Kicks, deals. The 0-1 is a bunt attempt, foul. Chase Logan, the catcher, tried to track it down out there, but could not get there in time. It is an 0-2 count. He's from Belhaven University, Boltron, a 6-foot, 220-pound man. As he fires that one just off the edge. A curveball. 1-2 now to Lynch. A good old 0-2 chase pitch. Throw it outside the zone and get the wave and miss. Lynch took it. And here's the 1-2. That's down low and away. 2-2 now. Boltron, a freshman this past season at Belhaven University in Jackson, Mississippi. Pitched with a 2.45 ERA. That one off the zone, and Wes Lynch works the count full. Lefties really looking to get things going here. And that is fouled away. A good sound. And he's posting a pretty good at-bat here. 6 pitches so far. This incoming will be number 7. 3-2 with nobody out to Wes Lynch. We'll do it one more time. It'll be a payoff. Boltron kicks, fires, fouled away. Still 3-2. And once more, this is where the saying, third time's the charm, comes right into effect. It'll be the third full count pitch of the at-bat and the 8th in total. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see the payoff. Ashton Boltron off the bump. Down low, ball 4. Wes Lynch works an 8-pitch walk. Excellence of an at-bat right there. And the Lefties get things going here in the bottom of the 5th inning with a base runner. That brings up the top of the Lefties order. Angel Vasquez. Straight out of Puerto Rico, played this college season at Dodge City Community College in Kansas. That's fouled away. 0-1. It's 0-1 to Vasquez after the foul ball. He chases after one, reaches out, tags it, fouls it back. It's 0-2. Clock almost starting to tick here on the Lefties tonight. Bottom of the 5th inning, more than halfway through this bout. Definitely they look to have more than 2 hits at this point. It's been a great day for Pickles pitching. Here's the pitch. It is up high. 1-2 now. Angel Vasquez awaits the 1-2. It is Wes Lynch leading off of first after the leadoff walk. And he will send that one towards right field. Catch made, and the double play attempt is not in time. Lynch gets back to the bag in time. A sinking line drive caught out there by Kyle Mamarian, and the first out of the inning is recorded.
The left fielder from Chico State University, number 4, Ryan Melton.
Ryan Melton here with 1 out. The left fielder for the Lefties, a left-hander. And with the pick play set up and the right fielder playing so far off the line, you might want to try to go into right field. Instead, it's a ground ball and a 4-6-3 double play. The Pickles get out of the inning. We go to the 6th now, and they lead 2-0. Kicking off the top of the 6th inning here for the Portland Pickles is their leadoff hitter, second baseman Jack Miller. And it is Evan Ellis off the mound for the Port Angeles Lefties. The appeal down to second base, or the first base umpire on the check swing is no go. 1-0 here to Mueller. That one catches the zone on the outside. It's 1-1. Ellis, 6'2", 230-pound right-hander. He's got stature up there on the mound. That is in there, 1-2. Dawson Sweeney finished tonight with 65 total pitches and 3 scoreless innings, as that is a quick strikeout for Evan Ellis. We are right in the flow of things in this pitching duel. Very quick innings, as that is the first out of the inning on Jack Mueller. It'll bring up Zach Blair. Ellis now has 1 strikeout. The Lefties in total have struck out 8 tonight. Sweeney struck out 5, all swinging. The 0-1 down low and away. It's 1-1. That is flied left field and foul out of play. One ball, 2 strikes here to Zach Blair. Nobody on, 1 out. And that is grounded foul again. So we will do 1-2 again. One and two with one out. And that is in there for strike three. Ellis' second strikeout of the inning. This one looking. And the Lefties are shoving here tonight. Only allowed 2 runs, and that has been it for the ball game. A pitcher's duel. MD Connor steps in. 4 combined hits, 2 combined runs between these two teams. MD Connor so far tonight. 3 walks. He's had 3 plate appearances, 0 at-bats, 3 walks. The first pitch into him from Ellis, though, is a strike, and it's 0-1. Lined hard towards the left side. Vasquez can't get there, and the Pickles pick up their 3rd hit of the night. This one to the designated hitter, MD Connor. That'll bring up Tanner Johns.
Another first baseman, number 7, Tanner Johns.
Top of the 6th inning, 2 outs. Evan Ellis working from now ahead in the count, 0-1. Great curveball drops in there just on the outside edge, makes it 0-1. Nearly gets him there. Instead, it's 1-1. Johns has to back out of the way of that fastball. Ellis been solid, 2 strikeouts. Just gave up a base hit to the left side past the shortstop, Angel Vasquez. And the 1-1 is grounded, this time over to Vasquez where he makes the play, steps on the bag, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. 2 strikeouts and a ground out from Evan Ellis. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning where now the clock seems to start to be ticking on the Port Angeles Lefties. It is time for them to get the bats going if they want to take this one tonight. Ethan Wood, the left-handed first baseman, steps in now. Lefties a bloop and a blast away from tying this ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch in there. Called a strike. That's down low, 1-1. Wood hit 15 home runs at Regis University this past spring. Awaiting the 1-1 here from Ashton Bolton. Boltron. That's fouled back. It's 1-2. Lefties looking to start a 6th-inning rally here. Get it back with time to spare. 1-2 to Ethan Wood on the way. Swung on center field. Shallow has a chance. Won't drop out there in the Bermuda Triangle. And with 1 out, that'll bring up the Lefties right fielder, Jordan Daniels. Cashed in last night with a double.
Number 22, Jordan Daniels.
And tonight, Daniels is 0 for 2. Both outs put in play. Has not struck out tonight. It's typically a good sign. One of them was hit hard to right field. And that's in there for a strike. Oh and 1. Down low, doesn't catch the zone. Curveball drops low. 1-1 now with 1 out to Jordan Daniels. Daniels, a junior in college, 6'2", 220 pounds. That's a ground ball right over to short. Kovac to first, pick made, and the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down for the Lefties here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That'll bring up the designated hitter, left-handed Caden Young. Right-handed Caden Young, his Fordham teammate. Madanako is also right-handed. And he is on deck right now. He watches the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Fouled back and away. Out of play, 0-2 now. Quickly on Caden Young. Ashton Boltron working here in the 0-2 count. Called strike 3, sits him down. We go to the 7th inning here in a pitching duel for the ages here at Civic Field. 2-0 through 6. It is the top of the 7th inning here in Port Angeles, and the Pickles center fielder, Mac Evans, comes in to lead things off for Portland. First pitch just outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Swung on and missed. A changeup. Rides inside and gets the wave and miss from Mac Evans. Here it's 1-1. Evan Ellis already 2 strikeouts tonight. 1 scoreless inning, and in another 2-strike count here. It's 1-2 from Ellis, and it's in the dirt to Evans. It is Evan Ellis to Mac Evans here. 2-2. The last pitch got away. Ellis looking for his 3rd strikeout of the night. That is lined over to second base. Quickly, Wyatt Muller scoops, and the throw to first base is not in time. Bang, bang play over at first base. Don Bray out of the lefties dugout to discuss the call. Maybe put another challenge out there with the home plate umpire. Runner on first, Don Bray with some hand motions now. Getting aggressive, taking another step towards the first base line. Having a discussion with the base umpire.
The catcher, number 72, Chase Logan.
Unhappy words from Don Bray, who has now worked his way back into the lefties dugout. Runner on first here is Mac Evans for the catcher, Chase Logan. Ground ball here would be nice for Ellis. Instead, a check swing where he goes all the way around nearly, and it's 0-1. Runner going, bunt, and it gets off of the catcher, Chase Logan. Ellis did not like the bunt attempt. Went straight for the ribs of Logan. And now in comes Kyle Mamarian. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Lefties looking for a ground ball. And pitching coach Colby Schuber out there to have a little discussion with Evan Ellis, telling him how to attack the approaching hitter. Mamarian tonight, 0 for 2. Has drawn a walk earlier back towards the first. The Pickles tonight batting 100 with runners on. They've had 10 at-bats with runners at the plate tonight. Only cashed in once. And that was all the way back in the 2nd inning. Grafton Stroop did that. Here's Kyle Mamarian with Stroop on deck. Bunt laid down. Ellis fields, goes to first, and he does get on the bag in time. But a bunt moves over both runners, so 2 in scoring position now for the Pickles with 1 out. Sacrifice bunt from Kyle Mamarian. That'll bring up the man who did score that run back in the 2nd inning with a single, Grafton Stroop. Ellis looking for a strikeout or a pop-up here to get the second out. Infield playing in for the Port Angeles Lefties as that first pitch is up high. Approaching it so that they will go to the plate here if a ground ball stays in the infield. They will try to hold it at a 2-run game. That is in there, called a strike, 1-1. One and one. Misses the fastball outside. You wonder, you hear the head coach, Donald Bray, talking to his pitcher, Evan Ellis. Be smart, first base is open. Stroop cashed in one of the 2 runs for the Pickles earlier this game, the only one via RBI. Maybe they want to load the bases and set up a double play. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Evan Ellis to Grafton Stroop. Here it is. Curveball cannot get down. Ball 4. Bases are loaded now. Sets up the double play and also brings up the shortstop, Luke Kovac. Donald Bray comes out, and we will have the first mid-inning pitching change at Civic Field this season. We'll be back after the break with a new alarm out there for the Lefties. So the Lefties go to right-hander Casey Jolkowski, and the Pickles stick with their shortstop Luke Kovac. Here with the bases loaded in the top of the 7th inning and 1 out. Ground ball gets the Lefties out of the inning, and there is a line drive down the left field line that goes foul. It's an 0-1 count. Solid bat on it. Couldn't keep it fair. Jolkowski's ahead 0-1. 0-1. The sidearm delivery from Jolkowski leaves it outside. 1-1 now. Infield, well, the corner's playing in case of a sacrifice bunt. Middle's playing towards normal depth. It is a ground ball. It is Vasquez to second in time to get the out, but the Pickles cash one in. So runners on first and third now with 2 outs, and the Pickles lead 3-0. A fielder's choice to second base. 6-4 is how it's ruled. And the Pickles lead 3-0. First pitch outside, a ball. 1-0. Just past 2/3 of the way through this game. A lot of baseball left to play. And the Pickles lead 3-0. Swing and a miss. Mueller evens out the count 1-1. Jolkowski, good breaking ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike here with 2 outs. It is grounded towards the left side, snagged, and a throw made over to first and picked over there by Ethan Wood. Madden Ucko over to first base, makes the play, and the Lefties escape bases loaded with only 1 run allowed for the 3rd time tonight. A lot of ball game left to play. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Lefties trail 3-0.
University.
The kid from Fordham, Matanako, to kick things off here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Port Angeles Lefties. They trail 3-0. And they look to come back and steal game 2 of this series. They took the first game. They lead it, the series, 1-0. And sit at 2-2 on the season. The first pitch to Akko fouled back. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here to Akko. Skied opposite way towards the no man's land area of right field, but second base calls it off. Jack Mueller makes the play.
Eastern Illinois University, number 2.
And there's 1 gone here in the bottom of the 7th inning. In steps the returner player from Citrus College, catcher, 2-way player Garrett Patterson. Ground ball, left side, and it goes off his glove. Shortstop Luke Kovac can't get there, and that is an error on the Portland Pickles. right off his glove, kicked up into the air. And there is a pinch hitter now for the Port Angeles Lefties.
Hitting for your Lefties, number 30, Caleb Campbell.
In comes Caleb Campbell. Last night, Caleb Campbell was the highlight player. He hit the home run last night. 2-run shot to put the Lefties up 7-0, and they rode that lead all the way through the rest of the game. First pitch in there, a strike. Campbell certainly looking for a repeat of last night. Would make this game 3-2 right here with one swing. Still facing Ashton Boltron, only the Pickles' second pitcher of the day. As his 0-1 is swung on, sent, left field, shallow. And trailing over there and making the grab is Grafton Stroop. Second out of the inning. Still a runner on first base here. And another pinch hitter for the Port Angeles Lefties, Carter Enoch.
Pinch hitting for your Port Angeles Lefties, number 13, Carter Enoch.
This is Enoch's first at-bat of the homestand. Was not in the lineup last night. Hitting exactly 2/3 on the season. Swung on line, left field. Has a chance to get down out there, but does not. Falls into the glove of Zach Blair out there. Lefty stranded runner. And we go to the 8th inning, where they look to hold the Portland Pickles to another scoreless inning here. They can come back in the bottom of the 8th and 9th inning. We'll be back after the break. It's Zach Blair to kick things off here. The two-hitter in the Portland Pickles lineup in the bottom or the top of the 8th inning. First pitch is low, a ball. Swing and a miss. 1-1 on the off speed. Got him waving there. It's 1 ball and 1 strike here. Blair skies one softly to right field. Daniels is there towards the line, makes the grab. And there's 1 gone here in the 8th inning.
The designated hitter, number 29, M.D. Connor.
The designated hitter, M.D. Connor, in now for the Pickles. Connor takes the first pitch inside for a ball. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 on the way. It's down low as well. 2-0 now to the designated hitter. Connor is 1 for 1 with 3 walks on the day. This is his 5th plate appearance. And for such a low-scoring game, the Pickles have left a lot of runners on base tonight. It's 3-0. That is in there. 3-1 now. Two is grounded foul. Three balls, 2 strikes, only 1 gone here. Swung on, tattooed right field, and Daniels lays out, makes the grab. Diving. An incredible catch out there in right field. He turned his body all the way around, pivoted on his back foot landing, makes the grab. That is the 2nd out of the inning. Hard hit ball, but it did not result in anything. Daniels, no fly zone out there in right field. First pitch fouled away. Grounded right side. Wood collects, fires over to first in time for the out. Middle of the 8th inning here. Portland leads 3-0. It's Vasquez leading things off here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Port Angeles Lefties. Pinch hitter Jordan Shumway on deck, the Port Angeles local. And the shortstop awaiting the first pitch from the new arm, Luke Wallen. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Oh and 1. Swing and a miss from Vasquez. Tried to close the deficit a little bit with that one. Pickles lead 3-0. The 0-2. Left down low. 1-2 count now. Vasquez awaiting the 1-2 from Wallen. It is swung on and missed. A drop third strike. The throw down to first. Not picked. Dropped low. He's safe. Reaches on a third strikeout. And the Lefties have a runner on here in the 8th inning. A little bit of chaos baseball. And the Port Angeles native, Jordan Shumway. That is in there, a strike to Shumway. First pitch he sees is on the inside edge. The 0-1 from Wallen grounded over to short. Kovac to second in time, to first in time. Double play. Shumway is retired. And there's 2 gone here in the inning. It's the left-hander who finished his tenure, his season at Regis University just a couple of weeks ago, Ethan Wood.
Yes or no, Matt? Okay.
Pitch on the way, swung on and missed by Wood, 0-1. Wallen, the leadoff, dropped third strike and then rolled the double play right after. 2 quick outs for him. And that is in the dirt. Spikes way up there. Off the backstop out there. 1-1 to Wood. One and one with 2 outs here to Wood. Lined hard to second base. Play made and tossed over to first by Jack Mueller. We go to the 9th inning, or the bottom of the 8th inning, excuse me, where the Lefties are down to 6 outs. It's Mac Evans to lead off the top of the ninth inning. One more chance for the Portland Pickles to get insurance before the Lefties have a chance to rally in the top of the ninth. The first pitch is down low, or the bottom of the ninth, excuse me. One 0 is down low as well. Two balls, no strikes here to Mac Evans, the 5 hitter in the Pickles lineup, as he watches that one in there for a strike. 2-1. To one check swing appeal. He did go around. It's 2-2 now. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Here to Mac Evans. The pitch, grounded foul towards the left side. And it's still 2-2. Strike 3 called on the outer edge and a 2-2 count. The first strikeout of the inning. And the first out of the inning, as that will bring up the catcher, number 72, left-hander Chase Logan.
The catcher, number 72, Chase Logan.
Ground ball. Right over the pitcher's head. Vasquez fires to first, but it's not in time. Jolkowski almost had it. He couldn't quite get there.
Right fielder, number 11.
And the throw was not in time from Vasquez. An infield hit for Chase Logan. Now it is Kyle Mamarian. Runner on first base here, Chase Logan. 1 out, ground ball, gets them out of it and into the bottom of the ninth inning. Strike 1 called on the outer edge. A breaking ball catches the outside edge. Oh, 0-1 here with 1 out. Jolkowski, swing and a miss. 0-2 now. He's looking for his second strikeout of the inning here. And here's the 0-2 to Mamarian. Ball called outside, a pump fake of a back pick attempt over to first, and now it's 1-2 with 1 out in the inning. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 gone here. Searching for a ground ball. Jolkowski, strike 3 called on the outer edge. His second strikeout of the inning. 2 down here. And Jolkowski collects his second strikeout of the night. A dot out there on the outside corner. And with 1 out, or with 1 on here and 2 out, in steps Grafton Stroop, the third baseman. Down low, called a ball, runner stays put, 1-0. One and 0, 2 out here. Strike 1 called right down Broadway. He must have been taking till he got a strike because that was right down the wheelhouse. 1-1 here. Chance to get some insurance for the Portland Pickles. And that is in there. 1-2 now. Swung on, ground ball. Wood has a chance. Jolkowski to the bag. In time for the third out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth here in Civic Field, where the Port Angeles Lefties look to rally back.
Markey works himself into a pretty good countdown. And here.
Jordan Daniels stepping in here. Bottom of the ninth inning. It is rally time for the Port Angeles Lefties. They look to get things going. Have not scored a run tonight. They look to change that right here. First pitch to Jordan Daniels. He tries to drop down a bunt. Pulls back. Called a ball. 1-0. It is still Luke Wallen on the mound for the Portland Pickles. It is Nathan Huey on deck. Would be pinch hitting for Caden Young. Ground ball, shortstop, Kovac. And the pick not made. Jordan Daniels reaches in a little bit of chaos ball to start things here in the ninth inning. A single for Jordan Daniels.
Now batting for your Port Angeles Lefties, number 34, Nathan.
So Nathan Huey steps in. Huey last night went 1 for 4, struck out once, and came across to score once. So it's Nathan Huey pinch hitting for Caden Young. Lefties pulling things out of the bag tonight. It's another pinch hitter on deck. Left-handed Nathan Huey at the plate. 0-1 to Nathan Huey. Runner on first here. Jordan Daniels after reaching on the ground ball to shortstop. That just misses. It's a ball. It's 1-2 now. Runner going. Stays put. He had a jump, but decided not to go anywhere. It's 2-2 now with 2 outs, or with nobody out. Lefties trail 3-0 with a tying run on deck if Huey reaches. They look to come back from behind. 2 runs scored in the first 2 innings for the Pickles, 1 in the 7th. As that is called strike 3 on Huey. He doesn't like it. He's trotting back to the dugout. And 1 out in the inning. Luke Wallen retires the first.
Number 32, George Smith.
Lefties will now pinch hit George Smith for Madanako. One gone here in the bottom of the 9th. Garrett Patterson still on deck. They will not substitute the catcher. George Smith 2 for 4 last night. Watches this one in there for a strike. 0-1 now. The Lefties shut out the Pickles last night. They are trying to avoid the same fate here. 0-1 to George Smith. A deep breath from Wallen. Ground ball through the right side. And it's going to be a tough play at first, but the pick made. George Smith is sat down. A slow rolling ground ball puts him away. He looked like he had a chance to beat that out, and here comes Garrett Patterson with 2 gone here in the 9th inning.
Number 2, Garrett Patterson.
So it's Daniels on second in a 3-0 ball game. Patterson looks to bring this thing closer. One ball, no strikes here. Another pinch hitter on deck for the Port Angeles Lefties. This time, or no, it is Caleb Campbell who already pinch hit. That's fouled back into the screen. Campbell, obviously with a home run last night, would be the tying run if Garrett Patterson reaches here. One ball, 1 strike to Garrett Patterson here with 2 outs. Jordan Daniels, the runner on second base. The pitch on the way, outside, left, 2-1. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 gone. And that is waved at and missed. The Pickles 1 strike away from evening out this series here at Civic Field. The Lefties looking to stay above 500. They currently sit 2-2 on the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to number 2, Garrett Patterson. Pickles lead 3-0. The tying run on deck in Caleb Campbell, who homered last night. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off of his own foot. He stays alive, 2-2. Two and two with 2 outs here. Here's the pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up. Looks to be out of play, and it does fall. Patterson stays alive, 2-2, 2 out. Once again. This will be the 3rd time tonight. (9:24 p.m. here in Port Angeles. The sun still setting by the Strait of Juan de Fuca towards the city of Forks in the west. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Garrett Patterson awaiting, trying to stay alive. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Down goes Patterson. That's the ball game. The Portland Pickles take this second game of 3. The series is now even at 2-1. And a 3-0 final. That'll be it for tonight. The Port Angeles Lefties shut out the Pickles in game 1, 7-0. They suffer that fate in game 2. They lose 3-0. The Lefties will be back at Civic Field tomorrow night, 6:35 p.m. 6:35 p.m. They play the Pickles again for this 3rd game of the 3-game series. The rubber match, tied 1 game each. They suffered the same fate in their first series against the Marion Berries they played against. They took the first game, dropped the second one and the third, came in to Civic Field 1-2 last night. They took that game, made it 2-2 on the season, and tonight they fall once more. 2-3 here for the Port Angeles Lefties. They come back to Civic Field tomorrow night just past 6:30 p.m. We'll be back then just around 6:20 on YouTube. Until then, I'm Mason McLean, and with the rest of the Lefties Press Box, have a good night.
Alright. Not how we